Okay, Virgo, this is going to be your spirituality reading for July and August of 2025. We're going to get into the cards here. Before I do, I just wanted to mention that I will be, or I could possibly be opening up a Facebook page in the future. It's open, ready to go. If I get followers, I'll go in there. If I don't, I won't. So if you want to see more one-on-one stuff, energetically, more readings, live stuff like that, go in there and follow, and I'll come in the fall. If not, don't worry about it. We'll continue on. Okay, the first card that I get for you, Virgo, on the Gaia, from the Gaia deck, is the Crone card, 6. With age comes wisdom is the phrase that always comes with this, right? We earn that gray streak in our hair. We've gone through a lot of spiritual battles, and we've come out successful from this. Okay. She's got a black cape on. It doesn't necessarily mean she is of darkness, but it does mean that she has power over it. She understands where the darkness is coming from. Therefore, she doesn't let it get underneath her, is the sense that I'm getting. So I'm getting that perspective that we kind of know how things work here, and we've fought our battles in the past, and now we are on the right side of darkness, meaning we're not with darkness, we're opposing it, and this is where we sit. Now, this is past energy, but nonetheless, there's a lot of wisdom here to be gained from our past, and as we move into the present, what's the card there from the Gaia deck? 5, 6, 7, 8 of Earth. In your element, there's a lot of woods here. So we're feeling very comfortable in our surroundings at this time is the sense that I get. Now, it's interesting to me. It's interesting to me. They got a dragon's, she got a dragon head on a stick kind of thing. It's like a mask that we would wear if we need to. Give me a moment here. This is going deep. I feel like the reason we know what the dark side is made of is because we were there. We came from that side of things. We understand how things work. We understand how people are pulled into the darkness. And right now, we have a lot of darkness real close to us, is the sense. But we're cautioned to not go backwards in our life here. There might be a temptation to go back into old habits in some way, shape, or form here. That's what I'm getting. Interesting. In our immediate past, we felt very secure in where we sit spiritually. We've learned a lot, again, from all that we've been through. But the sense in the present is that that darkness is coming closer, creeping closer, creeping closer. Are we going to put that mask on and pretend we are of light, or are we going to continue to go down the hard-earned road we've already cleared here so far? Interesting. So a temptation to darkness is what I get. Okay, let's continue forward here. I don't know if that's knowingly or unknowingly, right? But again, we know how things work. So in my energy field here, it would be in a knowing kind of way. As we go into the future, where do we end up from the Gaia deck? We have the 4 of air. This is my mental mechanics card. This can be about manipulation tactics. Could this be energy upon us? Yes. Could it be energy we are going to put upon someone else? Yes. Could be either way. Now, I feel there's an ability to do that here highly. Wow, didn't expect this one. It's like we've gone from darkness to light, and we may go back to darkness again. Again, there's a lot of manipulation factors that could be at play here. Okay, I'm going to continue to the next row. It seems like a dicey road here. Like, I do get an unknowing, like we could fall into unknowingly into a trap here. But at the same time, I feel like there's something off about where we're at currently. Like there's somebody around us or very close to us or something like this that wants us to go off. They could be the manipulation factor that brings us off our light side here. Okay, in the crone, in the past, again, our wisdom is got us out of many a situation, is what they're saying. Again, that has to do with gut instinct and whatnot. On top of that, the Isis deck brings out soul retrieval. Okay, deep soul healing with the goddess. Now, this card comes about when we've had a huge transformation in our life, and that could be us just working intentively to clarify those things, to heal through certain situations and come out different on the other end. Or that could be something that come upon us. And I feel like if it was our choice, we wouldn't go through this, but it happened in our life, like a life-changing event. And therefore, a lot of essential parts were put back together during this time. Okay, so that's in our past. We've already gone through that. We've healed. We're coming out the other side. We're everything here. I feel like we've gone into the light, but we feel insecure about where we're at. Therefore, that's the temptation, is like, well, there was stuff, is it a gray line or where am I going here? What am I doing? Like, temptation, it's coming. Like, the divide is, like, we can be easily tricked, is the sense that I'm getting here. I don't know exactly why that is, but it's here. Okay, so on the 8 of Earth, again, I see that mask and they're showing me like it's not far. Like we can mask our behavior and do things and come out and still, be shiny and new. So there's a sense here of wanting to block something from view of others in our circles. And be careful there, because this could be life diminishing, these slip ups. You could look at it intellectually as a slip up, doing something spiritually off track, but it could really be more detrimental. Again, that energy's here over all the readings. Decisions could be more detrimental than we give credit for. Now, on top of that, the Isis Egyptian deep old energy card we have is the Miracle of Isis. Miraculous healing of the goddess. I get the word rescue comes in here. Are we going to be in a dicey situation where we have to be rescued from? Maybe. Healing. I don't get so heavy a word. Like usually, yeah, there's healing here. And we have healed in the past, and that changed us as we mutated forward. But I feel like there's somebody going to get us out of a sticky situation that we just don't see coming. And frankly, we may not understand the true depth of this situation or scenario. But that person, and they're showing me a physical person, a dude that's beside us, is going to skip us out of there. And he's going to say to us, that's a lot deeper than you gave credit, and I'm not going to go into it, but you just need to stay away from this person, that scenario, these people, whatever. You have to stay away from there. It's a stern warning, but it's also, I think in our gut level, we know. That's the thing. It's like, yeah, we're kind of getting pulled in. Yeah, we kind of know, but we don't give it the seriousness that it deserves. That's what I'm getting here. The Miracle of Isis is somebody in your field gets an intuitive nudge. We're going to get this person out of there, and pronto. Like we can't allow this. And again, not seeing the seriousness of a situation. Okay, as we move into the future here, I feel like, do we have people tugging and pulling on us? This is kind of the sense I get. We have someone here wanting to pull us in the dark side and someone here trying to keep us in the light. And it seems like we're being convinced to go in the dark. But again, it's devious. It's smooth. It's slick. This kind of stuff. What the heck? So as we go into the mental mechanics card, this can be an emotional manipulator, an intellectual manipulator, someone who is smart dealing with words and having to put things together to plan. Manipulator is the word here of the day for this card. So as we go into the Isis cards on top of that. 4 of air. We have the Priestess of the Phoenix, life restored, the Beetle. Yeah, somebody here gets us out of a tight spot. Again, we don't understand how tight it really is, and we don't understand how close of a call it was. This is some stern warning. Again, I think, this is kind of, I don't know if it's fated, but it's definitely temptation pulling at our heels here. And somehow somebody around us gets wind of this and yanks us out of this. So I don't know how this is going to come about in your life, but you've already had your soul retrieved to a high degree in the past. It's going to happen again. It's the sense that I'm getting. We're going to have to come out of this again. Because we're starting to veer off in old ways, is what I'm getting. Man, this is a different energy than I normally pick up on in my readings, like I must say. And it's very masculine and very kind of, well, not kind of, it is dark. But I feel like this person just doesn't give it the credit that it's all that dark. Yeah, a little dark, but it's not, I can't handle it. Yeah, no, you can't handle it. And you may have a life-threatening situation come about because of it, is what I'm getting. Yay. Okay. I don't know. This is different energy. Okay, as we go back here, the cat cards, let's bring in some lightness here. Soul retrieval. In the past, we had a scenario in our life bring about a soul revival, right? Something drastic happened in our life to change it completely. And in that way, our spiritual side changed as well. So what do we get on top of that? We get the Knight of Swords, or Knight of Wands, sorry. Messages being delivered here. Usually the Knight of Wands brings good messages, and I do feel this is the case. Again, this past energy. Working together with others to create messages, to hear messages, to listen to messages. I feel a lot of communication and sharing of ideas. This is all in our past energy. This is good. Our past is good. It's a present that can veer off quite quickly. Like we got 90-degree turns here, doing 110. Like I don't understand exactly, and again, I don't want to be too specific, but I feel like there's either a friendship circle or a crowd surrounding us or an acquaintance that comes in and kind of gets us going back again to old ways of doing things. So it could be people that are, trying to settle down in life and then they get pulled into that party scene again. It could be as simple as that, or it could be, again, we are taking it very lightly. The Miracle of Isis is going to get us, I feel like we have 2 close calls here. And I'm getting a very serious, stern feeling. So I don't want to joke and laugh it off, because that's exactly what I think the Virgo is doing in the present moment. It's like, don't worry about it. I got it. It's good. It's like, nope, we got to take this seriously. This is not something that we should be taking lightly, as I see 222. There's 2 messages on my, it's 22 degrees, mostly sunny, and there's 2 messages of weather on my thing. So it's 222. To me, that's a high connective number to your guides and higher realms of spirituality. I feel like they are trying to warn you. I feel we may be underpinning that quite a bit, underplaying that scenario quite to the detriment of things that serious scenarios could come about here that we just don't foresee. Now, again, on the Miracle of Isis, somebody is going to get highly guided instinct to pull you from this, pull you away from this and reroute you. And they may understate it in their own way in order to just get you away and take for granted you're going to follow that advice. But I feel like we fall back on something here for whatever reason, okay? Now, the cat card on top of there is, 15, 16, the Tower. Yeah, something's going to happen here to reroute us. Are we going in the wrong way? Something's wrong here. But yet, the first card here, if we go back to that 5, 6, 7, 8 of Earth, I feel a great warmth and compassion and caring and, lightness of being. And then when I get on the Miracle of Ice, it's like we got to get on someone's back to get the hell out of there. Somebody has got us very close to going back on old ways. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we have the Tower, so that's usually something shocking that comes about quickly. Again, we can't avoid it. It's the unthinkable. So we really wouldn't be able to come up with it in our own scenario. I don't know if you get this reading. You are meant to avoid it, but it's a very tempting area to go into, is the sense I get. We'll have a hard time resisting because we may trust the person that's, I don't know, pulling us in that way, or we may not trust the person that's trying to pull us out. I don't know. There's something here shifty as we go into the future. Again, mind manipulation is part of the process here. So either that's us trying to manipulate others to think or do things in a certain way. If that's the case, you got to release that. And or it's coming upon us. And if that's the case, we're going to take things seriously in our scenario. And then the life restored is kind of like somebody putting that tower back in place. I don't know if this is a near miss. The sense I get is, no, it's not a near miss. It's a two near misses. Like 2 scenarios back to back. Do we have, I don't feel it's karma here. I feel we're wise, we know, but something slips by our radar. We don't understand. Something slips through here. But we do come out, I wouldn't say unscathed, but I would say with a bigger, higher sense of what, discernment here. We didn't see something as a sense. We didn't get the warning signals that we should have had, having such a hold of our instinct. We had a good instinct, but we're something here got really close to us and manipulated us and almost got away with it. And we got away with our life is what they said. Man, this is heavy. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. We're going to end this off with the last cat card. Life restored. What do we get on top of there? The Knight of Cups. Ooh. That's about meeting a partner. Give me a moment. I feel like we're meant to meet a partner here, but our frequency is not correct. And for whatever reason, the universal energies have set up a tower moment to enlighten you for the last time on this one area. So the sense they're giving me the last time, like almost like a frustration. Again, they don't get this, but they're making me feel this, a frustration factor, like this person's not getting it. They have to get harder and harder. Scenarios like hard way Jack. Here we go, Virgo. And I am getting a masculine energy here too. I don't know if it's a masculine that pulls us away and we're a feminine, or if we're a masculine and there's another masculine pulling away from a scenario that's almost life-threatening. It's detrimental to our way forward that we go through this. So we see, when we come out of it, we see clearly now. We've learned a lot in the past and we have a lot to gain of wisdom, but there's something here that is, it comes out of the blue. That's all I'm going to say. And it's serious, okay? Now, for whatever reason, it's there to get us on a different path. And again, the towers are successful. They do this. They create that huge scenario that needs to happen in order for us to go in a different way. So we may be going, or what we think is of light, but we may have to, not that we're not supposed to go in light, but we may be going in light following something of dark. Okay, I'll put it that way. And not knowing it, or maybe not giving it the credit, or thinking, yeah, but it's not so bad. I'll just see how this turns out. Well, it's not going to turn out good, is a sense. Because we're trusting something our instinct is warning us about, but we don't listen. We don't heed the warning. Okay. We'll get into the Dragon card as we end the reading here. It ends up in the Knight of Cups, offering love outward. I feel like this is to get you in alignment with a partnership, with someone caring and loving. It's kind of odd. It's just sitting there at the end once we go through all this trauma. I don't know. I don't want to know. It's heavy. The Dragon card that we get, again, this is power that you have or power you will need. We have the Source Dragon. Oh boy. Yeah, the Tower, the Source. This is heavy. Attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. Don't be here or there. Be in your moment, and you will feel these warnings higher. The One Creator is upon you. We are getting busied up, or something is distracting our attention from what truly needs to be looked at here. We are an earth sign, so we should have an easy time slowing things down enough to catch up. But I feel we are not in earth element. I feel we are definitely past water and into air, in there somewhere. Not quite in the fire burning things up, but we're going more swiftly than is comfortable for us. But the energy here is you are meant to succeed here, though it is going to be a hell of a bump. And I mean a hell of a bump. So it's almost like we're going to be challenged on a level here where it almost slips by. Again, almost near miss. This energy is here. But the Source is here to help you. So I would say stick to prayer and be aware of your surroundings, and also, be still and be in your moment. Attune you to the infinite. It is all for your higher guidance. Everything's about higher guidance here. So we have a Source Dragon that is above all. The map here is going to be laid out. So this could be a fateful event quite heavily in your path to get you in alignment with something in the future. There will be a bit of a shock is what I get. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm giving a lot of buzzwords for triggers for fear. But the bottom line is just be in your moment and don't think too much of the future where you're not absorbing your present, because that's where this conundrum sits. That's where this problem sits, is you overseeing the present for something in the future, and the present is really showing you, like if we were involved and in the moment, we would not miss this. So that's a key to you coming through this with foresight, because that is possible, though the likelihood is low. Okay, it is possible. Now, as we get, man, this is heavy warning. As we get into the Power of Surrender cards, what do we have here? Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Are we letting our past mistakes rule our future? This could be a problem. This could create a scenario where we fall into this quite heavily, where we allow ourselves to go back to our past, because they kept saying, kind of like back on old ways. If we healed from or forgived ourselves from our past, this wouldn't drag us or be so tempting, or, right? It wouldn't be a possibility. But at this juncture right now, in this snapshot, and it can change by you changing your attitude towards something. If you know exactly where this sits, you can change that. If you go and your gut is saying, yeah, I know that's having to do with this, that, and the other, and you know what? I had a feeling, but I just wasn't taking it. I'm going to allow that to release from me, and I will not be tempted. So we can change our mindset and totally focus in that new way. The Source Dragon is here to give you power to connect with your instinct, your higher guidance of power, whether it's God, Source, the infinite, all being, whatever you want to label it. There is a connection that is made here. Again, be careful how busy we are in our life so that we see exactly what's going on, because it's in the fine print. And I don't mean that literally, but I mean it's in the details. And if we're going fast, we're just going to be skipping a lot of stuff over. And that's where the answers to this sit. We're going to see it full blown. If we look for it, we'll see it. But there's so high a possibility here that we don't have time to look for it, because we're thinking too much, planning too much in the future, and they want you to be in the moment, come down to earth, be in your element. We are out of it. We're definitely in water, again, past water into the air element almost. So I just want you to be aware of that. Hopefully that helps you, Virgo. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. I do feel like we depress ourselves by going back into old ways. We have truly healed from that. We have had parts of ourselves come back and refresh, but the reminiscence of going over old bad parts of ourselves revives that energy and depletes us to a degree we don't feel that self-worth anymore. Don't do this. This is the going backwards part. And if we do this and we allow someone to help us in this way, go back there, again, we've healed and we've already processed that. We're moving on. So why are we going backwards? It's like we finished grade 2. We're in grade 4. Why would we go back to grade 2 and learn all that we went there? We're done there. We got to keep going forward. This kind of the sense they're giving me. There is some kind of a connection here. It could be a caring connection of a friend, or it could be a caring connection of a partner, a life partner. But nonetheless, this is what we are being prepared for. And this is the universe's, not excuse, but this is why we are out of alignment. It's having to do with a partnership and looking at things differently in that way. And this tower element that's going to come in here, this tower scenario, is going to change our outlook on that quite heavily. So, Source Dragon is with you. It attunes you to the infinite energy of God and the all-being, all-seeing. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself and you will be okay. You will be able to have the confidence to soar through this. If somebody's pulling you down into past energy, you need to release that person and that scenario, that vibe. You need to get out of that. So, Virgo, that is your reading for July and August. Hopefully that helped you in some kind of way. It sure is heavy here, sitting here. Take care, have fun, and be kind, and we will talk to you soon.